Alright, hey guys, and welcome back, or welcome to the channel if you are new here. Now today, I'm going to be giving you my top 5 aquarium filters for beginners. So you just set up your first tank, you obviously need a filter and you don't know what to do, this video is for you. So I have a list of 5 filters, all perfect for beginners, very easy to use, and most of them are very cost effective. There's one expensive one that we're going to talk about at the end, but we're going to start this off with the absolute cheapest and easiest filter I know of. This is basically idiot proof. Anybody can use this filter. And it's called the sponge filter. Here's a picture of it right here. This is just a screenshot from Amazon. Basically, a sponge filter is a large filter sponge that you go ahead and take an air pump and then plug an airline hose into your air pump, one end in the air pump, and then one end goes into the sponge filter. As bubbles rise up that clear plastic tube, it basically sucks water with it, and the water gets sucked through the sponge and gets filtered. These are great for small, even large tanks, and they are amazing for beneficial bacteria as well as mechanical filtration. They'll trap all the fine particles that are in your tank as long as you have one big enough that's rated for your size tank, and they'll also provide an amazing spot for bacteria. And they're also very cost effective. They're very cheap. An air pump could be like 10 bucks, and a sponge filter could also be 10 bucks. You got a $20 filter that should serve you very, very well. Like I mentioned, very easy to set up, and it's very quiet if you buy the right air pump. Okay, next up on the list for me, staying in the internal filter category, is the TETRAS Whisper filter. Now, this is not the best filter by any means, but it's so cheap. It's crazy cheap. It ranges from anywhere from like 5 gallons to, I'd say, 30 gallons max. Comes in 3 sizes. The biggest size I would say is probably only good for around a 30 gallon and below, but these are cheap filters. They literally are like, I don't know, $14 for the biggest model. They're so cheap. They're little internal filters. They sit in the tank, they suck up water, put it through some little filtration media, and then it kind of waterfalls back into the tank. This is a great filter if you don't really care about clutter in the aquarium, because you will see the filter in the tank, and if you're on a budget. And it's an all-in-one filter. It has a filter cartridge, it has a little bacteria plate, and it's a very, very good basic filter. All you do is stick it in the tank and plug it in. That's literally it. No setup. You just put the filter in water and plug it in, and you're good to go. The next one is going to be a little bit different. It's a hang on the back model. The main filter sits on the outside of the tank, and an intake tube kind of hangs down into the water, and the water cascades back into the tank. This one is by Aquarium. Comes in a ton of different sizes. It's pretty cost effective. And by the way, I'll leave links to all these filters down below. All 5 filters will all be linked in the description if you want to check any of them out. This one's a little bit more expensive, but you kind of get what you pay for, as the actual filter itself isn't in the tank. How these actually work is there's a motor that goes inside the water. You plug the filter in after you've hung it on the tank, the motor kicks on and starts sucking water into the filter. Very simple, very basic, plug and play. Filter cartridge goes in the back. You don't have to use a filter cartridge, but obviously that's what it's made to do. But they are a very, very slim, sleek filter, and I think newer models even have a little light that lights up and it tells you when to change the cartridge. Overall, a great beginner filter just for the ease of cleaning as well as the ease of setup. Now we're gonna take a step up the notch and move into higher end stuff. Sorry if you can hear the ducks in the background, they're literally trying to bite my feet right now. Now the next filter is gonna be the next expensivest, I guess you could say. It's the Flooville Aqua Clear series. Much like the Aquarium, it is a hang-on back filter, hangs in the tank. However, it's a lot more customizable. There's actually a removable media tray. Basically, you can put your own filter media in there. So this is maybe for the more advanced hobbyist who wants to maybe not use carbon, put more biological media in, stuff like that. You can all do that with the Aqua Clear. It's very modular, has its own little filter media basket. It also runs very, very quiet. You get what you pay for with Aqua Clears. They're a little bit more expensive, but they are whisper quiet. Setup is a little bit different. You hang it on the tank much like the Aquarium, but instead of just plugging it in, you actually have to pour water into the back of the filter to get it started. Then you plug it in, you're good to go. Very easy to clean. Different than the Aquarium, you don't just throw away a cartridge. You just remove the media basket, take the big sponge in the bottom, you can squeeze it out in tank water, you're good to go. That's why it's on my list, is for the ease of cleaning, and you don't have to buy replacement cartridges ever. And last but not least, we have the big filter, the Flooville canister filters. They come in a variety of sizes, I believe up to 75 or 100 gallons, and they're pretty expensive. They are on the spendy side, and that's because you get what you pay for. These are whisper quiet filters. The intake and the outtake actually sit inside the tank, and then the hoses run down to an actual filter placed below the aquarium. This is a big filter, meaning it can hold a lot of media, so if you have a big tank, big fish that poop a lot, this filter is great. Like I said, it's expensive, but like I also said, again, you get what you pay for. So it comes stocked full of filter media. Setup is a little bit different than a hang-on back filter. You actually have to plug the hoses in, plug the intakes in, and get them hooked up to the tank. So it's not great for beginners, but you also only have to clean it like every 6 months, and that's good for beginners. Also, if you have a turtle tank, canister filters like these Flooville ones work very, very well because they do great with large amounts of debris. So cleaning is very, very easy. You only have to do it, say, twice a year. All you would do is open up the canister, take the sponges out, rinse them in some tank water, put them back in. It literally shouldn't take you more than 20 minutes every 6 months. And that's why canister filters, like I said, are great for beginners, very low maintenance, and you almost forget it's running on the tank. They also provide a higher flow rate than most hang on the back filters. So if you wanted a lot of current in your aquarium, canister filters are also a great option. Anyway, that is going to be it for this video. I hope we were able to cover pretty much every single aquarium filter for beginners. We got hang-on backs, canisters, internal filters, the works, everywhere from literally $10 to like $200. I got you covered. That is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions about these filters, leave them down below. Remember, I have all the links down below as well. And goodbye.